Look alive, ladies and gentlemen. If that was a quiet look alive, that is because I'm on the road yet again. But you think that stops this show? You got another thing coming. JBonez is here. I am here, aka the Millie Goats. We have got NFL Week 6, and we have a redemption tour because last week, easily the worst week we've ever had. But that does not stop us from shooting. You just keep shooting, man. That's what Steph Curry says. That's what Ray Allen says. JBonez, what say you to our 4-9 performance last week?
I was sitting down last week. We're back to standing.
See, and it's details.
Yeah, flush it. On to Cincinnati.
Bill Belichick, ask him. Ask Bill Belichick out.
Great coach.
The
NFL.
Yep,
not great.
Great. Speaking of NFL, that's we need Bill Belichickian type vibes here. But if you're watching Jackson Arnold suck it up for Auburn as he did at Oklahoma, welcome to this show because this show does not suck. So we appreciate everybody listening to the podcast. We appreciate all the engagement we've been getting on social media. Things have been going up and up and up, and that is greatly appreciated. We had another bacterial, I don't call it viral, we call it bacterial, Twitter post where it was the Cam Scattaboo Jackson Dart duo. Whenever they see a first down marker, they just dive head first, like that dude who dove over the table at the judge. That viral.
Oh
GIF.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So that one got sent to the moon. But
how did the Wolverine one perform?
I don't remember. It was pretty good though. It was pretty good. That was the one with the it was the Quinn Ewers. That's right. Quinn Ewers.
I saw that's also got made, so I'm partial to that one.
Okay. First things we do. We review. We look at the tape. That's what we have to do. Every good show, every good team looks at the tape. We started off last week. We had the Rams and the Niners. I don't think we even got to pick that one. So we didn't count that one. But we would have taken the Niners because the Niners are a freaking wagon. They're number one in the NFC right now, and there's nobody that could stop them except themselves.
Maybe the Bucs.
We're about to find out tomorrow. But we missed on the Browns because Carson Wentz decided he was going to do whatever he was going to do. We nailed the Texans because the Ravens.
We nailed the London game. That went exactly how we thought it was going to go. It just Carson just did this much more.
Jordan Addison got suspended, didn't it? Was that the game Jordan Addison was suspended because he went out?
Yeah, he was partying with some rapper.
Unbelievable.
Nailed the Ravens game, though. You're right.
Nailed the Ravens game. The Panthers, of course. We can't trust Mike McDaniel. Not when he's sulking around like that. We can't do it. Colts, obviously.
Well, time out. There was a magic with that Panthers game because the announcer was the Charlotte Bobcats announcer who was going absolutely stole the show on your red zone at 1:00. He just electrified. Turns out he actually now works for Amazon. He's going to do an NBA game. So it was his real coming out party. This guy, if he's with the Panthers, we're taking him.
Great point. We need anybody to be on that immediately.
The podcast back.
Yes, bring the meow
mix. Yeah.
Come on.
Is it still dead?
Look. Hey, we're going
to have to stay dead.
We will they can't come back now. Ever since they retired, they've been feasible. Colts nailed it, wagon. Giants 5 turnovers in a row, let down. Then we missed on the Jets. The Cowboys, the Jets suck. The Broncos, the Eagles had an epic collapse that carried over into this week. The Cardinals, goodness gracious, what a way to lose a game. Are you kidding me? How do you lose to the freaking Texans like that? But they're done. We're done with the Cardinals. Bucks and Seahawks, that was how do you bet against Baker, which is scary. Then the Lions, they do it again, even though the Bengals had a chance. We missed that one. We missed the Chargers because they have nobody left to play offensive line. Patriots, we nailed. Kudos to us. We missed the Jags beating the Chiefs. So we went to the tape. I think we felt good about all those picks. There was some weird stuff that happened, man. Just some weird stuff. Sam Darnold throwing that pick at the end of the game. Could have easily gotten us the win there, but
Eric Collins is his name. First NFL game last week. He's not on the schedule this week. However, the Cowboys-Panthers is the amount of people that have that game. This is the week to get Sunday ticket, apparently, because everyone has to be stuck with the Panthers-Cowboys.
Yeah. Oh, we showed the map on Wednesday. the viewing map.
It's insane.
It is like 80% of the country has Cowboys. Like, it's crazy.
Not Rams. I guess the Rams and Ravens stink. That's an oversight.
No, it's Cowboys and the Colts and Cardinals. That's going to be an absolute massacre. That's a no brainer. We don't have to. Jags and Seahawks. So okay, we'll go through them. So let's move it.
Let's pick some games.
Pick some games. You know
It's
what?
tradition, right? At this point,
I'll pick a couple. You take a couple miles. I'll take a couple miles. Come on, just a couple of guys here picking some games. JBonez, would you? Okay, we can't play revisionist history here.
Yes.
You're an Eagles fan. Would you have taken Giants +5? Because I forgot.
No.
Yeah.
No. Especially coming off they got robbed against the Broncos, a fire team. However, you start to look at it. Jalen Carter was like, I'm not touching this turf. And then Quinion Mitchell, he's like, I touched this turf long enough. I don't know. Everyone's spooked by the turf. There was an ugly pick 6. I figured it out. The problem when you win the Super Bowl is,
well, that's your
everyone you play is now, want to knock off the champs. And then everyone's reaction when you have a dynasty is like, oh, it's over. We saw it with the Patriots. We saw it with the Chiefs. It's not over till it's over. Everyone calm down. They'll right the ship. They're right where they want to be. Control their destiny.
I don't disagree. I think everybody making a big deal. They've got to get back to running the football. They can't be throwing the ball 35 times a game.
It's October. It's right where we were last year.
Yeah.
I don't buy, pound the rock. The schedule gets a lot easier. You look at where the schedule is. They kind of went through war the first 4 weeks, 5 weeks. You count the Broncos. So this was kind of a letdown spot. The Giants have this new quarterback energy that's just rolling with.
Yes.
That may have a shelf life the way they're treating their top 2 assets on offense.
Yeah.
Shout out your meme.
Just run into everything. Never go down. Never take the easy way out. That's going to be our motto until everybody's hurt. And then you have to put Russell Wilson back there who throws the ball into the ground immediately, which was hilarious. Put Jameson next time, Dayball. Don't waste everybody's time. We don't need to see the Russell Wilson experience ever again.
Real quick, since we're going to forget, looking ahead, week 7, Steelers, Bengals. Joe Flacco. Bengals. That's my pick.
Joe Flacco versus Aaron Rodgers, possibly the oldest quarterback matchup of all time.
Assuming Aaron Rodgers doesn't die tomorrow.
Oh, they have the Browns, don't they? Brutal. Also, the Giants, that was their schedule sucks. So if anybody has any hope of them making the playoffs, that was it. That was the one big win they're going to get because their schedule is terrible.
Well, now they're in a position where Dable just has to show some competency. He can take to Mara. Hey, look, we got our quarterback. Did you peek on any Saquon documentary on Amazon?
No, but I heard what happened. I saw something.
Well, we already saw the infamous Hard Knocks in season where Mara's like, if he goes to Philly, I'm not gonna be able to sleep. And that just lived all last year. Now there's even more where Saquon's like, well, then just trade me. It's like, oh, Saquon, I can't trade you. they fumble the bag. I mean, they could have probably got something. I don't know. Trades in the NFL are weird. It's not like baseball where you get like these up and coming prospects to build your future. You get like this mid round pick, and can you do anything with it? I don't know that any trade since Herschel Walker's really established a team as being good. Even the Micah Parsons return is going to be a late first round pick. Great, role player, not necessarily franchise player. So, a lot of times you trade, you're on the wrong end of it, but still the Giants could have done a little bit something more rather than just let Saquon walk and make it look like they're incompetent.
I mean, yeah, but they got scat. Their season's over, and Dayball is going to get another year out of this at least.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he ain't going anywhere. He's got his quarterback finally.
Allegedly.
New York Jones doesn't sound the same as Indiana Jones.
Daniel Jones is not walking through that door. But I don't really know the difference between him and Jackson Dart, just my opinion. But anyways, that's a whole other conversation. We start in London, 9:30, the Nathaniel Hackett Bowl, correct?
I'll be damned, yeah.
Broncos, Jets. The Jets stink. They are 7.5-point underdogs. Can Justin Fields? Well, it's not really Justin Fields' fault. It's Aaron Glenn not having an identity, not living through to all of his "if you fumble, you're off the team" hype. The Jets' defense, which was supposed to be good, is Sauce Gardner going to be playing? I don't know. Didn't he get hurt, or is he still playing? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. But
he could be on his way out, though. He's trade candidate, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Broncos, They're coming off a huge win at Philly. I still don't believe in them. I still don't believe in Bo Nix. I don't know. There's something about them I just can't quite put my finger on that I don't believe their offense is explosive enough to do much. But against the Jets, to have the I would love to see what the Broncos' record is for covering. I would imagine it's probably 1-4, 1-2-3. Not great, I would imagine. I think the only time they have covered maybe was against the Eagles. So what
Two and
say
three.
you?
2-3. They covered against the Bengals. They covered against the Eagles.
There you go.
So there's the last 2 games. But that also includes which game was the Colts game. They should have won. They got robbed. So I think they're still kind of a little undervalued because of that loss against the Colts, where there was a lining up over the center penalty. You look at the Jets.
Sam.
The Jets couldn't have looked worse the last 2 weeks going against the Dolphins and the Cowboys. Those are situations where the Dolphins and Cowboys are arguably, 2 of the worst bottom 5 defenses in the NFL, and they've looked god awful. They look good maybe on the script, so you see a little bit of moving the ball in the first 2 drives, then a little bit more when they're playing catch up. So Justin Fields has all these stats that are making their way around Twitter. It's not his fault. He's not turning the ball over. He's moving it down the field. All these metrics are up.
Yep.
But this is like, he's going against scout team defenses. They don't have pass rush. Now here come the Broncos. They've got the pass rush. Dolphins and Cowboys 29th and 26th in pass rush. Broncos number 2. It's just, it's going to get ugly. I think it's going to get ugly. And when you consider the fact that it's an international game, there's been 15 international games with the spread posted at 6 or more points. In those games, favorites are 12-3. Stick to the book. I think the Broncos win kind of a national spotlight. I know they had the Bengals a couple weeks ago, but that was kind of a split Monday night game. This is going to be the only one standalone spot. I think we're going to be talking about the Broncos a little bit more favorable when the people start to see 4-2. And as that creeps up and more wins, more Broncos chat, and then you'll start buying in.
We did pick them to win the division. So, or at least I did. When I say we, the collective we, I was like, they could win the division. The Chargers are going nowhere. The Chiefs are on the verge of collapse. So I would say the Broncos right now. You could probably, I don't know if they're still favored to win the division or not, but they're probably plus money. Just saying. Wet the beach.
I mean, the division is so wild. Ravens are still favored to win the North.
That is so ridiculous.
So segue.
Ridiculous. Segue. Beautiful. I love a good segue. Rams at the Ravens. Ravens get another home game for their season ticket holders to watch them get absolutely throttled by a team that does have a really good passing attack in the Los Angeles Rams with Matthew Stafford. I think he's leading the league in passing. Can they hold on to the football? I don't know. Ask Kyron Williams. Over under rushing was set at like 69.5, I think. 7.5. Cooper Rush is going to start. This is easy, right?
Cooper Rush is going to start. Tyron Huntley is looming. He's in the building. I said last week, what's Cooper Rush doing there? You need a Lamar doppelganger if you really want to carry the team until he comes back. Yeah, exactly what you said. It seems easy. Did you look at the weather?
No. What is the weather?
We got a rain game.
Oh, no.
We got a rain game, and we got a Ravens kitchen sink game. I think as ugly as it was last week, Ravens find a way to cover the number.
Especially if it's raining. Like, you talking like downpour, or is this like drizzle? Because I know sometimes weather.
It didn't say drizzle. It said more heavy. We'll check the latest mock-ups. Baltimore weather.
That's a Derrick Henry game if I've ever seen one. You know what I'm saying?
You got it.
But both who fumbles first? That's the question. Kyron Williams or Derrick Henry? Or Blake Corum? Who can't catch a snap? Who can't catch a pitch, apparently.
Tomorrow, some rain from tropical storm. A rain jacket may be needed for the football game. Kitchen sink game.
You think Ravens plus 7.5?
Yeah, there's starting to be some chatter on social media about how the teams that weren't so good back in the day, they'd still steal from good teams and get fired up and play for their coach. I think that there's so much noise and rat poison out there. John Harbaugh's going to get the boys ready. I think we're going to see a little bit of Tyron Huntley, and Snoop's going to do some things and find a way to get the Ravens competitive enough. Maybe the Rams can sneak out with a win, but this is a Ravens spot.
I'm so fired up about rooting for the Ravens tomorrow because I hate the Rams. You're speaking my language there. Okay. The game of the day, apparently, according to all the TV networks, according to The Nation, Cowboys in Charlotte at the Panthers. The 2-2-1 Cowboys with their MVP, Dak Prescott, who apparently you don't even have to have a winning record to be an MVP. The Cowboys are favored by 3.5 at the Panthers. The Panthers now, say the Bucs lose, would only be. I'm just speculating here. Say the Panthers, say the Bucs lose to the Niners. Panthers would only be one game back of first place in the NFC South, which would be the greatest narrative ever. Revenge game, Rico Dowdle.
Damn it, you stole it from me. I had it here.
Yo,
son of a God.
What do you make of this game? Do we trust the Cowboys again? We didn't trust them against the Jets. Do we trust Dak Prescott, Jake Ferguson, George Pickens?
No. Okay. No, I think we went into the Jets game and said the Cowboys defense is so bad, you're going to get your best production out of your offense. The problem is the Jets are just so bad. All right. You nailed it, the Rico Dowdle revenge game. Here's the thing I want to key in on. The last 5 home games of last season, the Panthers went 4-1 against the spread. That include games against the Bucs and Chiefs. This year so far, 2-0 against the spread. Cowboys O-line's a mess. Give me the Panthers. Outright. Yes.
Go. Yep. They'll be back in the playoff picture. They'll be in the graphic again.
Love to see it.
They'll be in the graphic. Let's go. Give me a Panthers team in the graphic. Who's on bye this week? I know that's a weird question to ask right now, but I'm pretty sure. Hold on. NFL bye week 6. Let's see.
Who fights it first? Who's going to fight first?
Texans, Vikings.
Texans, Vikings. Damn it. You beat me.
There you go. Hey, we're firing on all cylinders. Who cares if we're on the road? Okay. Next game. America's team, the darling of America. The Indianapolis Colts are hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Kyler Murray out, foot sprain, supposed Liz Frank, if you want to say it correctly. Liz Frank, whatever. Doesn't matter. His foot's messed
Definitely
up.
Out, confirmed?
Yes, he's out for a couple of weeks. Supposedly.
Wild injury, too, by the way, because you thought he was concussed after the play because he got shot in the face with a football, and then it knocked him off his balance and he tweaks his foot. Just silly injury.
I just remembered. Stop the press.
Okay.
Jacoby Brissett revenge game.
Holy smokes. Is he playing? Is he the quarterback?
Yes, it's Jacoby Brissett.
Oh.
You're going to sit here and make us pick a 6.5 point spread in favor of the Colts and Jacoby Brissett's their quarterback? Are you kidding me? Is this not a revenge game? It's a revenge game, right?
No.
This is going to be a massacre.
He's a clipboard game. Massacre. Cardinals ranked 26 in pressure rate, and that was against guys like Spencer Rattler, Bryce Young, Mac Jones, Sam Darnold, and Cam Ward. You got Indiana Jones rolling in here a week after the easiest game of the year. They're coming in fresh, rested. They'll put up another 50 burger. Let them rip. Colts by 6.5.
Easy. The Colts, dude. The Colts.
This is our team.
We say it every week, man. This is a team that has playmakers. Their offensive line is pretty good. Their defense is playing well. They have Michael Pittman. They have Josh Downs. They have Alec Pierce. They have Adonai Mitchell. They have Jonathan Taylor. They have Tyler Warren.
One should have been a win if it wasn't for your previously mentioned Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah. So it's if that goes the right way, and then you're looking at this game up here with the Rams and the Ravens, you're thinking, oh, the 2 and 3 Rams playing the 1 and 4 Ravens, really, I would say. So the Colts, man. Are the Colts, could they be the 1 seed if you had to bet on it right now?
I think maybe. That's the only way, right, that they get out of the Saturday 4:00 playoff.
Yep. That's
game, right? That's the only way. Can you put them anywhere else?
Nope.
All right, well. Shout out to them.
You know who else is here? B. McCormick's always here. Our guy. He knows. Another 1:00 game. Probably the game of the 1:00 slate. Jags announced their uniform color. It's all teal. That's a hard sell after you went with the Prowler unis, and that whole you got to go back to the old school uniforms if you're the Jags. In my opinion, you can't be playing in these newfangled things. But the Seahawks off a brutal loss, right? Everybody's yelling at us in our social media comments and pictures. Sam Darnold played great. He was awesome. We wouldn't have been in. Yeah, whatever. Okay, he does exactly what Sam Darnold does every single time. He gets you there. He says, "Oh, I'm a good quarterback. let me rip your heart out by throwing a pick late when you absolutely can't have it. He did it for the Vikings last year. He's doing it for the Seahawks this year. So he did it
That was
against
a
the four.
good old fashioned Big 12 shootout.
It was. It was a phenomenal game. Like, it was a phenomenal game. But let me tell you something. He did it against the Niners, right? Fumbled the football. They lose. He did it against the Bucks. Fumbled the football. They lose. The two top teams in the NFC right now, he has turned the ball over on the last drive to lose the game. Sorry. Sam Darnold is who he always has been. He's good enough to keep you in games, put up numbers, and then he will break your heart later. The Jags, however, I don't know if they can get another turnover, but they have had what? They've had
Every
four.
game.
Oh my
4.
gosh.
For that reason alone, I can't take the Jags.
Yeah, this is a Seahawks game, in my opinion. I don't know what the Jags do well outside of play. Their defense is pretty good.
They won the Super Bowl Monday Night Football.
Yes. I think
Seattle, 8 straight. We talk about the home field advantage. They've won 8 straight road games dating back to last year. Tough loss, big win. I think the Seahawks just system play alone outright.
I think so. I think this is for the Rams and the Seahawks, this is big because they lose these games, the Niners win. There's a 2-game lead. I mean, I'm not saying the Niners are going to win. We'll get to that shortly, but that Jags game was the most Trevor Lawrence game I've ever watched in my life. Right? He fumbles going over the goal line. He throws a pick when you absolutely can't throw a pick when you've got all the momentum. And then he fumbles and falls down and is crawling in the slip six, and he's hitting the Australian break dancers, meme on his way to the end zone to win the game. It was just like, what did I just watch? It was awesome. But anyways, next game, the Chargers, the bruised and the battered Chargers. Justin Herbert getting hit all the time, back to turning the ball over. The Dolphins, Mike McDaniel sulking everywhere. Can't beat the Panthers. Tua, are they good? I don't know. I don't know what they do good. Devon Achan, whatever you want to call it. This, I don't know what to make of this. I would assume the Chargers are favored by 4.5 on the road in Miami. Is this also a weather game?
I don't think so. I do know at home, your boy Tua, last 7 home games, 112 passer rating.
Oh. This would be bad if the Chargers lose this game. This is bad.
I think they're going to lose this game, my friend.
Really?
82 and partly cloudy. Yeah, I mean, they're injured. They can't protect their quarterback. They can't run the ball. It's like,
Marion Hampton's out.
Yeah, who's the running back? They're down. They're down
Vidal?
bad. Go get your Justin Herbert rushing yard prop bets in before that number skyrockets. Go get your Justin Herbert longest rush over prop in before that skyrockets. The Dolphins blitz at the 4th highest rate. Herbert's in trouble tomorrow. Herbert may not get out. They're talking about the injuries piling up. Herbert may be on an injury report next week. Dolphins outright.
Man, there's rumors of Bradley Chubb being dealt too as well. So,
Yeah, they're in that interesting position, right? You start telling guys like, "Hey, showcase game, you want to play for a Super Bowl team?"
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. Dolphins, man. They get out to a 17-0 lead last week, and then pants fall down, and they're tripping over themselves. Unbelievable. All because they couldn't stop the run.
Good news. You and me could stop the run against the Chargers.
Yes. Kenny, what is his name? Vidal or whatever his name was. Melvin Gordon's not walking through that door. Neither is Austin Eckler.
Levanian?
Oh. Speaking of, I don't know how we segue that, but AFC North football. Everybody loves to say that when the AFC North plays each other. 1:00 game, the 1-4 Browns, 4.5-point dogs on the road at the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is a game where the Pittsburgh Steelers could absolutely seize control of this division. However,
you know what that means?
Yep. However, the Browns have named Shedeur Sanders quarterback 2. Biggest news, breaking news in the NFL. The Browns defense is absolutely no joke. This feels like and the Browns just traded away one of their corners, but This feels like I thought the Browns were going to get one in London last week, and they were going to be sitting there at 2-3, and I was like, they were going to beat the Steelers on the road, and then here we go. Browns win the division plus 1,800. Now,
well, listen, the Browns quarterback's not allowed to debut and win, so yeah, it is what it is. Let's go back to that mindset you were in. By the way, what the hell? Who's got this gripe with the Browns in the scheduling department? Browns coming back from London playing the Steelers, who've had 2 weeks off.
That's messed
Usually
up.
come back from London, you get a bye, right? You get a little like extended break. That logic alone, you're thinking this game's gonna be a blowout. They're gonna kill them. Here come the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No,
they're gonna be ugly. They're gonna be dumpy. They're gonna turn the ball over. They're gonna not know the kickoff rules and let the ball go in the end zone for -point. This game quarterback matchups is like check down Charlie versus check down Charlie. Neither one of them throws the ball down the field at all. The good news for the Browns, Dylan Gabriel's getting the ball at the 8th fastest rate. It's much better than where they were with Joe Flacco, his 21st and time to throw. I think the last place to look, Ron Torbert's the referee. Steelers at home, 6-2 with Ron Torbert. I'm pretty positive that the referees look at these stats going into the games and go, we got to get this back to a 50-50 thing. Maybe the Steelers win, God bless them, but not covering the 4.5. They'll figure out a stupid way. Boswell doink an extra point.
Boswell.
They'll do some silly run out the end zone for a safety at the end of the game when they're up by 6.
Boswell.
2014 and the punter runs out the end zone as time expires. Final score 2016.
The Steelers don't blow people out. I'm sorry. They can't really run the football. Aaron Rodgers had that, if the Browns don't need to blitz, right? They just don't. That's where Aaron Rodgers was killing the Vikings. Brian Flores loves the blitz, and he was picking them apart. And I think the Browns generate that pass rush without having to blitz. So I'm on it. I agree.
I have to watch that game with a bunch of Yinzers.
That should be great entertainment, though, because they're all
usually they poop the bed. It's this annual chili cook-off, and usually it's a very sad crowd. So I think chili may be the mush. Will be on them Browns. Here's a question for you. So we do this chili cook-off every year, right? And you make your chili, bring it in. Yeah, and people vote on it. And the first year I did a chicken chili. People liked it, didn't love it, didn't win. Second year I went with the Traeger, put all kinds of smoked brisket in there, ground brisket. This thing was a big, beefy pot of Texas chili. They didn't like that. I go, these people don't have a very sophisticated palate. We got to dumb this down. What's the lowest common denominator? You talked one, Skyline. I looked up the Wendy's chili recipe. It's got sugar in it, so there you go. That's why people love it. So I made copycat chili or Wendy's chili. It got second place last year. Do you know what I lost to? I lost to a guy who stopped at Wendy's on the way, bought like 5 things of it, dumped it in a crock pot, and said that was his chili this year. That's the one that won.
What? Shout out Dave Thomas.
Yeah, Dave Thomas's chili beat me last year. So I don't know. Either A, I'm going to put
a legend.
I know. Should I do a crock pot of Wendy's chicken nuggets and troll? Or should I stop at Spirit on the way, get a red pigtail wig, throw some freckles on, and just be Wendy in costume?
Don't they make chili? You should get the Skyline chili ice cream. Don't they make that?
At Grader's? Is that where it was?
I'm pretty sure.
Still have it. All right.
If not, if that's the way. See, there you go. B. McCormick's a Steelers fan. He said Pittsburgh can't run the football with Warren and Gainwell. See? He knows.
Yep.
Okay. Speaking I don't even know how to segue chili into the Patriots versus the Saints. But Sunday, 1:00, everybody. And actually, you don't want to eat chili with the Patriots' new uniforms. Epic troll job by the Patriots. They're going with the all whites, whiteout uniforms on the road in New Orleans at the Saints, and the Saints are going with the all blacks. So you definitely don't want to eat chili. There's your segue. Secondly, Vrabel, shout out to the Patriots organization and Mike Vrabel for going all whites after they beat the Bills. Hilarious. Thirdly,
are we ready to rule out whiteouts?
Yes, we've been saying that for Penn State ever since they're whiteout, they're dead. They're dead. Penn State's dead. It's over.
At least the Bills got, logic right and wore white on the field, but like it's not intimidating.
No, at all. But Drake May, the hottest topic in football right now. Everybody's saying the next, Josh Allen, the next Brady, the next whatever. Doesn't matter. But the Patriots are 3.5-point favorites in New Orleans. This is still a young Patriots team. Now, Mike Vrabel has basically turned around the offensive line. I saw the grades. I think they're like 6th in overall pass protection, which is what they need to do with Drake May. So, Patriots 3.5 on the road in the Superdome. Can we trust the Patriots right here off the biggest win they've had in years since the Brady era? I would say.
A younger coach may not be able to get his boys back up, but I think the culture Mike Vrabel's building allows for them to get back up and handle business in New Orleans. You look at the defense. I mean, what's the Bills' biggest threat on offense? Probably James Cook, and they bottled him up.
Right.
Saints like to try to run the ball, bottle it up. We've been foiled by the Saints several times this year.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who we had last week, but I know the Bills foiled us there. But the Bills may stink, so
they might. That's a hot take.
I think the Patriots are able to build on it. I think we're starting to see some rapport building with Diggs, and he's taking more of this kind of leadership role. He's not just some prima donna young receiver. He's kind of matured into it. He finally something's clicked, and he's just like the guy, and he's happy catching balls underneath and getting some yak and first downs, move the chains, and just help the team. Christian Gonzalez didn't practice a whole lot this week, and that piece does
I don't like that.
Scare me a little bit.
I don't like that.
Let me just peek at some public.
Also, the Patriots schedule, like there's a possibility the Patriots win 10, 11 games. I'm not kidding.
I mean, the thing I said last week was I like the fact that they, they're the new playoff team with the young coach, young quarterback. A lot of people are on the Patriots. Damn it.
Spencer Rattler's, I mean, oddly enough, Spencer Rattler's playing good ball. He's playing I wouldn't say great. He's playing, I'm surprised. Let's just say I'm shocked. Rav 80 says my bench is wide receiver Pittman, Dobbs, Jameson Williams, Tyquan Thornton, RB or CMC, Rashad White, Montgomery, Kendry Miller, and Vidal. Full PPR. Who to start? 2 wide receiver, 2 running backs, 1 flex. I would Romeo
Montgomery
Dobbs.
CMC right off the bat.
Yeah, Montgomery CMC, and I would start Dobbs just because Jordan Love loves Dobbs. Period. There's nothing.
Yeah, like that. Tyquan Thornton's getting a lot of attention.
I would go.
It's good though.
Dobbs and Pittman, and then I would flex Jameson Williams because Jameson Williams is going to give you huge up. That's that
big game in prime time. That's one where they dial up some long deep bomb and he gets his.
That game is going to be electric. So I would go Dobbs, Pittman, Jameson Williams in the flex, CMC, Montgomery. That would be the 5 that I would go with. So we've seen receivers have huge games against the Chiefs. Quentin Johnson did it, right? For one example. But back to the Patriots and the Saints. What do we think? Is Vrabel mature these? Do what?
Give Pats.
Let's do the Pats. Okay, 4 or 5 game of the day. The Tennessee Titans are on the road at the Las Vegas Raiders. This is a immovable object meets an unstoppable force because the Titans, by all accounts, should be 0-5. And the
Raiders,
it's
a system play. Don't even talk ourselves out of it. System play. Tommy Boy Callahan.
Idiot.
Dumb.
Even though Geno will not stop throwing interceptions. I think this is a game where the Raiders just hand the ball off to Ashton Genty like 60 times. So, yeah, system play. Forget all your analytics. Okay, this is Manalytics where there's one man on one sideline who's a complete bumbling idiot and is going to get fired because they had to win the game off of an interception to a fumble. They got booted into the end zone. and some guy not running all the way through with the ball security. So,
You see Gannon beating the hell out of that guy?
oh my gosh, dude.
They need another tent. They need an injury tent. And they need a spanking tent. Dable could have used it with the medical staff Thursday.
They all went running in there into the blue tent and they threw him out of there.
Everyone peeking in. Like,
Cam Scataway looked like a clown car. There were so many
yeah.
people in there.
There's random people coming around the corner that were like, wearing business casual. They get
They're
right
like
in.
pantsuits on and stuff.
Yeah.
I love how they're like, somebody should make a give or like a funny video of like they go into the blue tent. It's just like, it looks like a glamping tent where it's just like, there's a nice bed and a Keurig in the corner and like, there's just a whole bunch of like,
Make it the bar, the cantina in Star Wars.
yes. It's like, oh, Cam Scatterby went into the tent. Okay. This is for real the game of the late slate. The two top, by the way, my 49ers, 425 on the road at the Tampa Bay Bucks. Actually, if you would have asked me before the season, I'd be like, yeah, this is going to be a 4-1 game. If you would have asked me how these teams would have gotten there, I'd have been like, you're absolutely nuts. It's Mac Jones versus Baker Mayfield. The Bucks have no Chris Godwin. They have no Bucky Irving. They have no Mike Evans. The 49ers have no Ayuk. They have no Ricky Pearsall. They have no Juwan Jennings. They have no Nick Bosa. They have, no Brock Purdy. And they're
yet
still
the game of the day.
and yet 2 4-1 teams going at it for NFC supremacy. And Baker Mayfield is the X factor. I'm not exactly sure. Like, I don't trust the 49ers receiving core to do that again, what they did the other night. I don't know. I don't know what to make of this game. From a fan's perspective, I'm just optimistic that, the 49ers still don't have a rushing touchdown. They're like 28th in rushing. They can't run the football, and that's a problem. But everybody, Sam Darnold carved him up. They carved up the Bucks. Everybody's been carving up the Bucks. It's just Baker has the ball last, and that's it. So what do you make of this?
Well, I told you on last week's show that Sean McVay beat the Rams against the 49ers on Thursday Night Football. You're probably 3-2, and you're probably skeptical on how it's looking because Mac Jones did some good things, but he wasn't like elite. So far, he's been blitzed the second lowest rate somehow. He's kind of dead duck back there. He got hit a couple times and really didn't look like he was getting back up, but he did. I don't know what his injury is. I think knee something. He was getting solid hits and tweaking his knee, which isn't great. When he is blitzed, 5.1 yards per attempt, 29th in the league, and the Bucks just so happen to be blitzing 34% of the time and having success at the sixth most rate. No, it's 44% of the success at the sixth most. They're getting after quarterbacks. They're coming downhill, and I think that's going to be problematic for Mac Jones, despite great play calling. And you maybe get the rushing touchdown. That'll be the good news. You get that monkey off your back. But the Bucks really haven't put together like a good game, right?
No.
Like they've had all of their wins have just been kind of up in the air, and somehow they walk away with the win. I think maybe this is the one where the 49ers travel across the country, very injured, is what it is. Tough loss, but the Bucks finally put it together and answer the Emeka Egbuka game, or what did Gronk call him? Ebubu, Emeka Ebubu.
What is he, an Aladdin character?
Yeah. So you do what you want to do on this. I would say Bucks.
I'm obligated to pick the 49ers. Like, I don't really. This puts me in a real predicament. I have to pick the Niners. I have to do it. I just believe it's just stupid. I hate being. We shouldn't. There should be a way where I could be like, enter your favorite team here on this pick'em contest, and you don't have to pick them. The 49ers defense is.
I don't have any other to hold against you this week. So
the issue is the 49ers they don't have any pass rush. And the receivers are not really. If I was the Bucks, I'd be running man coverage because the 49ers have the receiving core that is not built to beat man coverage at all whatsoever. Like, nobody's a burner, So look who it is, dude.
Are the boys buzzing?
Who it is? I'm doing it. Actually, I feel like Mac Jones might get hurt and it could get ugly. I don't know what to do.
Adrian Martinez game.
That's something I never thought I'd hear. Um, mm, I've been betting on the Niners all year, and I'm not going to stop now. Look, use this as I'm putting my Niners love on the table here. From this moment on, unless I'm absolutely certain, we'll go with your pick about the Niners games. You know what we should do is defer to each other about our teams. So, but anyways, I'm picking the Niners. Boy, I trust the 49ers defense. I trust Robert Salah.
They need a pass rush. Maybe go get Trey Hendrickson. Segue.
That's what I'm talking about, man. And another team that got a pass rusher, Micah Parsons. 425. All these Bengals games.
Rusher.
All these Bengals games are freaking hilarious, dude. Because they have so many primetime games.
I know. Are they going to do anything about Thanksgiving, or are we stuck with it?
Oh my God! People were yelling at us in our comments, like, "Hey, man, we had it worse with the Lions." Like, yeah, that was back whenever it was like one game. It was the only game. Now we have options, and if you're going to tell me I have to watch but by that time we don't know if Lamar's going to be back, and who knows? It could turn around, but people get so mad. Oh yeah, they already made these games. They can't change them now. I'm like, dude, relax. We know. We understand. It's a joke. Okay? We're the Millie Goats. Look at the podcast name. Don't take us too seriously, for goodness sake.
I mean, counterpoint. There's no other game on the slate worth. It's like, yeah, I hear you. It stinks. But looking ahead, you want the 49ers Browns to have that spot? The Jags Titans, Texans Colts. Texans Colts may be all right, actually. Saints Dolphins, Falcons Jets, Cardinals Bucks, Rams Panthers, Vikings Seahawks, Sam Darnold revenge game. There you go. Sam Darnold revenge game on Thanksgiving.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Usher us into the Christmas season.
That's the one we want, because it's a 4:05 Fox game. It's not the national game. Just slide that in. Bills Steelers will be a fun one, but that's obviously the CBS game of the week. Raiders Chargers, why not? Sunday Night Football's Broncos Commanders, can't touch that. Giants Patriots on Monday night. So there you go. Now you have a clear, this is what I want, because just bitching about the game that's on is one thing, but the whole slate looks poopy right now. Maybe a Sam Darnold revenge game is the one that should be on Thanksgiving evening. Do it, NFL. Do it.
You heard it right here, right now. That's a good point. That was a good exercise to look ahead, so we know, so we can come prepared to the argument whenever somebody's like, "What else do you want?" Well, you know what? Sam Darnold revenge game. That's what I want. I want to be sitting there, just eating just one more slice of apple pie or lemon meringue pie when I know I don't need it, getting ready to switch into Christmas mode, and I'm click onto the TV. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Sam Darnold versus KOC, the guy that got away. Is JJ McCarthy going to be playing at that time? I don't know. And this, they're going to do the whole Lamar versus Purdy MVP. And then the whole next week will be, did the Vikings make a mistake, or did the Vikings make the right move, or are the Seahawks regretting having Sam? We get all the questions. Instead, we're stuck with Joe Flacco versus Lamar Jackson for the 3-11 Bengals and the 4-9 Ravens. I don't want that.
The Bengals finally got off to a 2-0 start this year. They chased that good. Well, right, imagine the jabroni out there from Baltimore that's like fist bumping. I got the Ravens Bengals on Thanksgiving. I don't have to go to the in-laws and do Thanksgiving this year. And then they flex it out. So you can come to Thanksgiving now?
they moved the game. That guy's cue the Shane Gillis gift. Oh, Bengals plus 14.5 with their new quarterback, Mr. Cincinnati, Mr. Ohio, Joe Flacco. Maybe they just thought like, hey, this guy's name's Joe too. People won't notice. First of all, go get Andy Dalton. If you're going to get an old quarterback on the way out, bring the prodigal son home. Go get Andy Dalton. Come on now. Let's be serious here.
Why not Russell Wilson?
Dude, I don't want to see Russell Wilson on my TV ever again. Ever. That guy is annoying.
So, did you see when he came in for relief?
Yes, he threw the ball straight in the ground and got booed out of the stadium.
Oh, bless his heart.
Ciara probably stopped going to the games because they probably were booing her too. Look, the Bengals.
Step your ass out of here.
I don't know what they were thinking making this move, getting Joe Flacco, but whatever. The Packers. Jordan Love is an MVP candidate for some reason at being 9th or 10th in passing yards.
You know, that's the second time you talked about guys being MVP candidates. You said Dak already, now you're saying Jordan. Josh Allen is first place somehow.
He shouldn't be.
He stinks.
He shouldn't be.
Baker Mayfield. You can get great odds right now on Baker Mayfield MVP.
Should be. Jonathan Taylor. Put him
October
in there.
11th. October 11th, go get your Baker Mayfield MVP.
What about the guy from Jacksonville, the defender? Devin Lloyd, the linebacker. That dude's an animal. No. But I'm saying Jonathan Taylor is more valuable.
This may be the last week gonna get Baker odds. Just
agreed.
saying.
Agreed.
When he beats the 49ers, covers.
I'm just sick of the Jordan. Like they're just like they do this thing whenever they're like he's in there. He's just playing at another level, and I'm like, have you watched the guy play? He's cost himself a tie against the Cowboys because he turned the ball over. He threw a pick inside of his own 20 against the Browns. In cost him the game. Like, what are we doing here? You know, and I'm not advocating for Josh Allen either. I'm just saying, like, there's other dudes who are playing really well right now, Jonathan Taylor, Baker Mayfield, so on and so forth, that should be higher in the MVP discussion. But anyways,
is this game so good? We've done 10 minutes on Thanksgiving games, MVPs, and whatever other miscellaneous topics. This game stinks. Take the Packers. Don't be afraid of the number. They're coming off a bye. When was the last time we saw the Packers? Was it a tie?
Yeah, it was a tie.
Don't be scared of the number.
I'm not scared of the number. I don't get the Packers, the hype. I'm sorry, but I trust. Okay, Sunday night. Some people might have said this was a Super Bowl preview. 8:20. Chris Collinsworth. There's a guy. The Detroit Lions on the road in Kansas City, Arrowhead. Chiefs off a demoralizing loss because Patrick Mahomes threw a pick six. The Lions boat racing everyone, even though their schedule is terrible. Lions are 4-1. Chiefs are 2-3. Jared Goff, he's in the MVP discussion. Patrick Mahomes in the MVP discussion. The Chiefs can't run the football. The Lions can run the football. They run it very well. Their defense is firing on all cylinders. Again, they've had a soft schedule. It doesn't matter. Jared Goff.
Hold on. Defense is firing on all cylinders. They're missing half their secondary.
Yes, they were firing on all cylinders. So let me rephrase. That's a good point. They were down a corner, Arnold, and then a safety, correct?
DJ Reed.
Okay.
And the Chiefs love to pass. Boom. I think we figured it out.
That's why we're saying playing Jameis wins. I think it's going to be a freaking shootout, quite honestly. Do you agree?
Yeah, I'd be nervous that Chris Jones loafed off the field last week. It looked like an absolute piece of garbage for the second time this year. Maybe he comes up with a little bit more spunk. Hey, Patrick Mahomes, favored by less than a field goal, 19-3 against the spread. I was nervous. I probably read the same things you read about the Chiefs can't run. They passed the highest rate in the football in the league, and they can't defend the outside zone, and the Lions love running outside zone. But at the end of the day, 93% of the money's on the Lions. Chiefs.
Are we doing it again? The Chiefs?
I'm telling you, the Chiefs are going to be in first place in a month's time. Be 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, and you're going to go, damn it. I thought we had them on the ropes.
This is hard for me because I don't like the Lions. Well, I mean, I kind of do like the Lions, but son of a gun, dude, the Chiefs.
Not dead yet.
We can't expect them to have a game like they had last week, right? 13 penalties, pick six thrown, Chris Jones, basically just not playing.
Guys are coming back in. Worthy's back. He's got this rapport with Thornton.
Yeah.
Rashid Rice is what, next week?
Well, this is a season on the line game. This is it. Like, if the Chiefs lose this, they're 2-4. It's over.
Right, but then look at the schedule after this.
I agree. Like,
it's very easy. This is like Andy Reid's going to get the boys up. Prime time. Chris Collinsworth's going to make a mess in his pants watching Mahomes run around.
Yeah.
Like he has a mess in his pants.
And this is one where everybody's well. How much? What's the on the Lions? Who's on the Lions? How much? What's the percentage?
93%. Home teams only getting 7% of the money. Good grief.
Let's not forget the Chiefs were up 14-0 on the Jags.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams up by double digits last week that couldn't hold on.
That's the
wild week of comebacks.
First time the Chiefs have ever lost with a 14-point lead.
They were due
in the Mahomes era. Okay, speaking of blowing leads, Buffalo Bills to the Chiefs.
Wait, you're talking about the Falcons, right?
Oh, this is the who blew the worst leadoff game. What a game. I didn't even know that's how you do it right there. The worst blown lead bowl of all time. Monday.
What did the Bills blow?
The 13 seconds.
Oh, yeah, but that's Mahomes.
Yeah, but that's still 13 seconds. They're high-fiving on the sideline. Everybody's chest bumping, hugging each other.
Yeah.
Game's over. Oh, God, we forgot to cover Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Right. You know, that whole deal. Demo, there he goes. I told you, Utah State. The guy doesn't miss. Utah State about to kick off.
You said that. You literally said Utah State's about to kick off. Where's Brett?
I told you. I said I haven't heard from him all day. Okay, the Bills 4-1. The Falcons 2-2. The Bills' defense sucks. Josh Allen has not had to put on the super cape or Superman cape yet, but they like to do these long, methodical drives, trying to establish this, trying to establish that.
Josh Allen's a problem.
Okay.
He like the whole NFL, they're playing this umbrella coverage and no quarterback feels comfortable like making a medium throw. It's all just check down Charlie. Josh Allen, though, is like ego issues and doesn't want to do the check downs. And then he starts scrambling right before a guy breaks wide open over that medium threshold. How many touchdowns could he have thrown last week instead of doing his little scramble thing? So his brain needs to get
saw one highlight. Yeah. He left a clean pocket. If he had just hung in there.
Yeah. He needs to reprogram to like actually throw the ball. Like interceptions are fine. Peyton Manning used to throw dozens of interceptions in a year and just sling it. Brett Favre used to throw interceptions all the time. Sling it. We need some gunslingers back in this league. Josh Allen would be great and start opening things up because everything's just so like we put this wall and you're not going to get above us. Kill the Dolphins. No deep balls. Just start slinging it. He slings it. He'll be great. But right now he's just a baby and afraid to do anything.
I think everybody, yeah, like you said, he's everybody's so been praising him about how he's not turned the ball over anymore. That now he's the I don't turn the ball over guy. And it's like
game manager.
Yeah. I mean, he's morphed himself into it and he doesn't have to put on the quote unquote Superman cape. The real issue is here. I'm pretty sure the Bills suck at stopping the run. And this could be a Tyler Algier, Bijan Robinson, cram it down your throat game. That's my
team rankings.
Mm-hmm.
Stats. Team stats.
Mm-hmm.
Defense. Rushing defense. Yards per game.
Buffalo Bills.
The only teams worse than the Bills are the Ravens, Titans, Bears, and Dolphins.
Told you. I was like, I remember seeing a stat. They cannot stop the run, and their third down defense is atrocious. Mm-hmm. 3 syllables. Atrocious. Ain't gonna happen.
Atlanta, number 6 in yards per game. I think you just found our edge. We're taking the Falcons at home.
Told you. I'm like, the Bills
can't
can't
run the ball, get to the quarterback. You can't do those two things. You can't win in this league. The Falcons are going to run the ball. Bills can't stop it. There's our edge.
The worst thing for the Bills is a team that can run the football and it keeps Josh Allen off the field. So that way, when they do get on the field, Josh Allen has to press. And what did the Bills do against the Patriots last team? A team that likes to run the ball, even though Ramondre Stevens getting on the ball. They forced all kinds of turnovers early. The Bills lost a turnover battle. You beat the Bills. Keep Josh Allen off the field. Win the turnover battle. You beat the Bills at home in ATL. Falcons plus 3.5.
It's a shame the Patriots don't have an elite, rookie running back that can maybe take some reps away from.
That is the most.
Oh wait, they do.
That is. Can he not pass block? That has to be the issue. Travion Henderson.
Pass blocked in college. I don't know.
Falcons plus 3.5. Bills are favored by 3.5 in that game, by the way. And the final game, another end of the doubleheader, Monday, 8:15, rematch. Chicago Bears 2-2. Everybody's been glazing Caleb Williams for the last week or two. Hey, everything's looking good. Caleb Williams, he's back. Okay. I think the last time we saw him play, they were lucky to get out of there with a win, correct? Who were they playing? I can't remember who it was.
They had a bye last week, so let's go back 2 weeks. 1,
Yeah.
2. That's this
So
week.
the Bears, the Raiders. They barely beat the Raiders because Geno Smith would stop throwing interceptions. Okay. And they're at the Commanders, who just housed the Chargers in Los Angeles. Jaden Daniels is back. Everybody remembers last year. Tyreek Stevenson eating chicken fingers in the crowd, waving to the crowd, plays going on, Hail Mary, Commanders win, and that derailed the Bears season. I don't trust the Bears at all. I don't care if they beat the Raiders. This whole Caleb Williams is really good on the script, and then after that, it's a complete disaster. I don't know what the Bears do well. Can they run the football? We have no idea. The Commanders possibly getting Terry McLaurin back. They are about to get things going. The Eagles just lost. Extra momentum. Boom, 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 boom. Commanders. The Bears suck. I'm sorry. Your thoughts. You're an NFC East guy.
The Bears have lost 4 straight primetime games, so they're kind of a lights are on, nobody's home type team. Where I look here, similar to what we just talked about with the Bills Falcons, the Bears defense allows 6.7 yards per play, dead last in the league.
Yikes.
B, the Commanders have the number 1 rushing attack, and the Bears have the number 25 pass or rush defense. Commanders also started getting after quarterbacks. You saw it with Justin Herbert. Granted, they have their issue on the O-line, but they've got a pass rush. They can rush the ball. The Bears can't stop the rush. I feel like go back a year, watch the Commanders-Bengals game. There's like the coming out party for Jaden Daniels, starts slinging it down the field. We'll see if Terry's back. Didn't play or didn't practice Thursday. I don't know if they've updated practice reports. I haven't seen anything Friday or Saturday. Still kind of like iffy. It's been lingering. There's uncertainty. Terry's back. Oh, blowout. If he's not back, I think the Commanders can still hold on cover.
I think so. Is this a Bill Krosky Merritt? Is that his name? Krosky Merritt game?
Yeah.
I think Commanders got it. I think
You know,
this is everybody wants this to be the Jaden versus Caleb. That's what they're trying to do with this. They've been trying to make it the next Manning versus Brady, the next Mahomes versus Allen. They want this. What they really should be doing is trying to put these primetime games, Drake May versus Jaden Daniels. That should be the primetime game from this class. Get Caleb Williams out of here. Sorry, hit the bricks, kid. This should be the Patriots in this spot, not the Bears. Am I wrong? Big Lebowski.
Oh, 100% right.
So, all right. So, let's pick some tiebreakers. Buffalo at the Falcons. How many points for the Bills? I feel like that's going to be like a 23. What's the over-under? BetMGM has the over-under at 50. Yikes. Okay.
28-24.
Falcons. Love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the Bears at the Commanders. I feel like this is going to be like what's the over-under on that?
Same line.
50. Wow. They're giving the Bears a lot of credit.
35-17.
That's what I was thinking. The Bears get 17. Exactly. I love it. Well, let's run down through these real quick. Broncos 7.5 in London facing the Jets. Ravens plus 7.5 at home against the Rams. Panthers plus 3.5 at home against the Cowboys. Colts minus 6.5 at home against the Cardinals. The Seahawks plus 1.5 on the road at the Jags. Dolphins plus 4.5 hosting the Chargers. The Browns plus 4.5 at the Steelers. The Patriots minus 3.5 at the Saints. The Raiders minus 4.5 at the Titans. The 49ers plus 3.5 at the Bucks. That was my fault. That's on me. That JBonez is out of the equation there. That was all. That was me. So absolve yourself from that situation. The Packers minus 14.5. If Joe Flacco beats the Packers again for the second time this year, would be freaking hilarious. If I'm the Bengals, if I'm the Steelers or the Ravens, if they play the Packers, I try at all costs. I try to get Joe Flacco to get a win because he's the Packers killer. Chiefs minus 1.5 hosting the Lions. Falcons plus 3.5 hosting the Bills. Commanders minus 4.5 hosting the Bears. Boom, and that is a 14-0 day.
Let's roll this thing forward.
Well, yes.
Joe Flacco beats Packers.
Love it.
Packers play the Cardinals next week. Maybe Kyler Murray still nursing his Liz Frank injury. Maybe the Bengals trade Joe Flacco to the Cardinals. Maybe this turns into like a Freaky Friday Disney movie or something where Joe Flacco all season just plays the Packers every week and somehow mysteriously wins. Then it's the Steelers. Then it's the Panthers. Maybe they're dealing with it. The Eagles. Oh no, Jalen Hurts has rolled over his ankle. Damn it. The Giants. Jackson Dart's dead by then. The Vikings, Carson Wentz just wasn't holding up. The J.J. McCarthy experience ready to start. The Lions, oh my God, Jared Goff has the flu on Thanksgiving. Here comes Joe Flacco, short week, comes in, gets extra rest, goes to the Bears. Broncos fly him in, goes back to the Bears, and then he finishes off with the Ravens week 17.
Homecoming tribute video.
Joe Flacco's 10-0 against the Packers.
Dude, that would be so incredible. They don't even announce it. It's when he has his own come out like entry music, like in the WWE, and that everybody's, by God, that's Joe Flacco's music.
What if they just didn't have like the internet and you didn't know like the transactions that were made? You didn't know who got drafted,
right?
And everyone just showed up week one, like, let's see what we got. And it's like
Joe Flacco running out. The Packers are like, you got to be freaking kidding me! This guy again? Oh my God, I'm rooting so hard for Joe Flacco to win this game. Forget the pick. Forget the 14.5. If Joe Flacco wins this game, we have to start the narrative that if you're a team that plays the Packers, at all costs, get Joe Flacco on your roster immediately. It's not even a question.
Each team just gets progressively more like they gave up a 6th round pick, but they were able to get back a 5th from the next team, and then they got a 5th. And before long, people were trading 1st round picks all year for Joe Flacco. Just because it's magic.
You mean we could buy a win against the Packers by just getting Joe Flacco in the building? Absolutely. That is
the Packers are 2-14-1, and everyone's going, this isn't fair.
Oh, I love it. Anything else? I think let me save this, lock it in. These will be the picks, everybody. Don't you worry.
The Packers jump into the waiver wire and pick up Joe Flacco, and Joe Flacco like trips in practice and blows out Jordan Love's knee and gets concussion and just beats the Packers even when he's on the team. Hey, when this all happens, remember where you heard it here first.
Hey, look, narratives get built from the ground up, especially at midnight, right before the NFL season or the NFL.
Ryan Clark has said dumber things on ESPN than what I just said.
How many apologies is that guy going to have to go on? That's unbelievable.
CTE.
Unbelievable.
Do be like that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Week 6 NFL preview show, Pick'em preview show. If you would like to follow us on any of the other social medias, there's a graphic on your screen. If you're listening to the podcast, you can't see this graphic. Basically, you go to any social media, any podcast platform, you type in the Millie Goats, and we will be the first ones to pop up. And then you hit the follow, like, subscribe, leave a review, leave a rating. Other than that, JBonez, I think this is a Week 6, 14-0 week that we just had to get ourselves back off the schneid.
Remember when we used to just pick 5 games?
This is way more fun. I really enjoy this.
Here's my 5 for posterity. Broncos, Colts, Seahawks, Chiefs, Commanders. See what happens. We'll see what happens.
And B. McCormick, he gave his 6. Look at this.
There you go.
Pats, Raiders, Packers, Steelers, money line, KC and the Bucks spread. How dare you, B. McCormick? You come on here and make me put that on the screen.
Well, listen, Bucks. I said they're going to run out of the end zone and not cover the spread, but win the game. So Steelers money line fits right into what we said.
Agreed.
He got the cookie cutter correct.
But he picked the Bucks. He threw the Bucks in there because he's trying to slander Purdy, and I won't have it. Even
well, listen, I think we said the Bucks too. I just
can't.
had the shakes when you were clicking the mouse.
Look, if this wasn't an NFC on the line, if this wasn't a top seed NFC on the line game, you would have had no problem for me. But this is a who's the number 1 seed game, and I'm not about to let that slip through my fingers. And
Very
be the
well.
guy who didn't bet on his team to go 5-1. I can't be that guy. I can't be that guy tomorrow night whenever they listen to the show and they're like, they're 5-1, but you didn't believe. Oh, I believe.
All right. Well, hey. What about this? Bucks walk-off field goal victory. Are you happy? Are you sad?
I'll take that because that
It's a
means
loss.
the Niners cover though.
Right. All right. Now flip it. We take the Bucks, but the 49ers do the same thing. Bucks walk-off field goal. Or Bucks blow them out. Are you happy? Hey, we got the win on the contest.
Yes, but I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. The Bucks
We
don't
need
blow
to- we need
anybody
to-
out.
We need a playbook here. We need to rank
Look,
your happiness levels.
The Bucks don't blow anybody out. I don't think they're gonna blow anybody out. They haven't.
Yet.
They've had 4. This is a rock beats a hard place game.
Put the TikTok camera on and do that again. Oh, the Bucks don't beat anyone badly.
If it captures that, I will put.
Dun 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 dun.
I will put that.
I'll clip it for you to the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme.
Oh my
Baker
gosh.
Mayfield throws 10 touchdowns to Emeka Ibuka.
And it's like 35-9. It's like 35-10 or something in the
Yeah.
third quarter.
Adrian Martinez is just.
They got to put in Kyle Trask back there because they're beating the Niners so bad.
Kyle Trask game.
Unbelievable. If this turns into I don't know. The 49ers have played 1-score games. The Bucks played 1-score games. So something's got to give here. Anyways,
Bucks defense scores tomorrow. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Bucks and Browns defenses.
Everybody have a great week 6. It's gonna be beautiful. 9:30 all the way to midnight. Let's go.
And then 2 on Monday.